Let's be real. When something goes wrong in your house, a leak, a flicker, you name it, how do you actually know who to call? How do you separate the real pros from, well, from everyone else? Today, we're going to use plumbing as our guide to build a blueprint for what a top-tier, modern home service expert really looks like. Let's dive in.
Okay, picture this. It's late, you hear that sound, that gushing sound you never want to hear, and you walk into your kitchen to find water everywhere. That sudden gut-wrenching feeling of panic, we've all been there. Your first move in that moment is everything. Who do you call? And maybe more importantly, what are you even looking for in the person you're about to trust with your home?
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with that classic homeowner's dilemma. Then we'll literally build the anatomy of an expert from the ground up, looking at their strategy, their tools, and the promises they make. And at the end, we'll wrap it all up into a super simple checklist you can use for pretty much any job around the house.
Now, to make this real, we're not just going to talk in hypotheticals. We're going to deconstruct a real-world example, a family-owned business out of El Dorado County, California. By seeing how they do things, we can pull out these universal lessons that really separate the true professionals from the rest of the pack. So this is Murray Plumbing. They're going to be our case study. They're a local business, and they've become a real fixture in their community. The big question is, why, right? What are they doing that makes them such a great example of expertise?
Well, the first clue is right here. Over 24 years of local experience. And look, that's way more than just a number. That's over 2 decades of understanding the specific quirks of homes in that area, building a reputation one job at a time, and earning trust. In this kind of business, you just don't last that long unless you're doing something right.
So, what's the first pillar of their success? It all comes down to strategy. You see, the best pros don't just show up and start guessing. They operate with a philosophy of precision. They're like detectives, diagnosing the problem before they even think about starting the repair.
And this slide really says it all, doesn't it? You've got the old way, which is basically guesswork. It's trial and error, a lot of unnecessary work that costs you, the homeowner, a ton of time and money. Then you have the diagnostic way. It's strategic. It's about using data to see the problem first so the fix is precise and efficient.
So how do they get that precision? Well, they've got a modern toolkit. We're talking sewer cameras that literally let them see inside your pipes without digging up your entire yard. Advanced leak detection that can find a problem behind a wall, and hydrojetting that uses high-pressure water to not just clear a clog, but to actually clean the pipe. These aren't just gadgets, they are tools for surgical precision.
And here's the bottom line for you. This whole diagnose-first approach hits you right in the wallet, in a good way. It gets rid of all that costly, exploratory demolition, and it means you only pay for the work that is absolutely 100% necessary. It really is the difference between surgery with a scalpel versus, a sledgehammer.
This brings us perfectly to our second pillar, technology in the toolbox. An expert's commitment to using modern tools, that is a huge signal that they're invested in giving you the best solution, not just the easiest one for them.
Okay, take this for example. Trenchless sewer replacement. For years and years, replacing a main sewer line meant one thing: a massive, ugly trench dug right through your lawn, your driveway, maybe even your prize-winning garden. It was a messy, destructive nightmare.
But this is where new tech is a total game changer. The trenchless method lets them do major repairs with hardly any digging at all. What does that mean for you? Your property isn't destroyed, your beautiful landscaping is safe, and the whole project gets done way, way faster. It's a win-win-win. And the technology isn't just for repairs anymore. It's also about getting ahead of the problem. True experts are now installing things like the Moen Smart Leak Detector. And this is a fundamental shift in how we think about our homes.
So why does this smart tech matter so much? Well, it flips the script from reactive to proactive. Instead of frantically calling someone after a disaster, these systems are watching your home 24/7. They can prevent catastrophic water damage before it even starts. It puts you back in control.
All right, finally, let's get to our third pillar. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It has nothing to do with tools or tech. It's all about trust. It's the transparency promise, and it's the foundation of any great service experience.
This quote from Murray Plumbing's website, it just nails it. That fear of the unknown bill, the surprise charges at the end, that's a huge anxiety for homeowners. A real expert gets rid of that fear right from the start with clear, upfront pricing. No games, no hidden fees.
And you know, that trust is built on a whole series of promises. It's not just one thing. It's this whole system of assurances, from upfront pricing to same-day service, being licensed and insured, even promising a clean work site, that all add up to one thing: peace of mind for you.
So, after all that, what does this mean for you? We've taken apart this one business to build a tool that anyone can use. Let's pull everything we've just talked about into a practical checklist that you can use when you're hiring any contractor for any job.
Here it is, your 4-point checklist for hiring a pro. First, ask about their strategy. Are they diagnosing or just guessing? Second, ask about their technology. Are they using modern tools that will save you money and headaches? Third, verify their promises. Is the pricing upfront? Are they fully licensed and insured? And finally, check for local knowledge. Experience in your specific area is just invaluable.
And that leaves us with one last question to think about. This isn't just about finding an expert for today's emergency. It's about finding a partner who can help make your home smarter, more efficient, and tougher for the future. So, is your home, and are the people you hire to work on it, truly ready for the 21st century?